G'day. What's going on, guys? Thought I'd pop back and say hello to 100% Chelsea. It's been a couple of weeks now, and I have missed you. It's been a fun couple of weeks though. I mean, obviously Chelsea's been playing well. We've all been doing really well, but the main reason I wanted to speak to you today was, you know, putting football to one side for a minute. Thank you for 20,000 subscribers. Jesus. Huge. And you know, it couldn't have been done without you, and we really appreciate everything that you've done for us, and you know, we would be non-existent if it wasn't for you. And I know it's the usual spiel that YouTube has come out with, and you know, thank you for 20,000, I know we'd be nothing without you, but the more they say it, the more you realise it's true. I mean, if you guys didn't watch our content, we'd be doing it all for nothing. And quite frankly, I mean, you guys drive what we want to do, and you know, you mean a lot. You mean a lot. You know, just to think, you know, I started, well, Eunice obviously created the channel, and then I started, well, properly in August. I came on as a guest and stuff, but I did my first fan cam in March after the cup final against Spurs, and you know, the story behind that's it's quite weird, because you know, what happened was, I literally just, I was walking down Wembley Way, and funnily enough, I stand in that same spot most days on the way back from uni, and just think, you know, it's amazing that it started here. It's a bit weird that I'm back where I started, basically. But anyway, that's going off topic. It's sort of, so I was walking back. Obviously, we'd won the cup. It was all amazing. And Eunice, he pulled me over and said, "Oh, come do a fan, do you want to come talk to us? Come talk to us." And I saw a mic, and I thought, oh, this is pretty cool. I'll have a little go at this. So I went over and said my piece to camera. You know, it was really fun. Really enjoyed it. And then I started to walk away. And I got about 100 yards maybe. And sort of thought, you know, actually, I want to see if there's anything I can do, and I'll turn back and went and spoke to Eunice and said, no, you know, is there any way I can get more involved, you know? And he said, yeah, okay, give us your Twitter, you know, I'll DM you, and sort of, I was alright, okay. If I'm honest, at that point in time, and still now, I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, I'll leave a link to it. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what the cases with me is. I kind of barely post because I don't really know how to use it. I don't really use it that often. If I go to ranting, I go to Facebook, but I sort of thought, okay, so he's DM me on Twitter, they follow me on Twitter. I walked away thinking, you know, oh, nothing will really come of this. A few days later, I messaged him and said, you know, is there anything that I can do for you guys? And then he went, yeah, can't do a fan cam after the game. So I did another fan cam. That went really well. And then gradually, I just went and did more and more fan cams in the same spot we always have been in. It's always been stood there, and I've always done fan cams. Then that August rolled round, and then last season happened, and I was getting more and more integrated. And you know, I was getting more and more integrated into what was going on, and it just goes to prove that, you know, in life you have to have a lot of luck, or you make your own luck, and if you work hard, you get what you put into it. And obviously, with 20,000 of you having followed us, you know, amassed 4.6 million views on YouTube, you know, it's surreal. That's never been more true for me. I think if there's as much work as you put in, you will get out of it. And it's never been more true for me. And you know, it just goes to prove that on the odd occasion, anything can happen. You could meet your wife for the rest of your life. You know, you could get the best job. You could meet your best friend. I mean, I met my best mate at uni by bumping into him and spilling his drink all over him. You know, stuff happens. And you know what? This has been an amazing experience, and I wouldn't change anything for it. You know, 2015, obviously we won the league, and then we came into the last season, which was horrible. Obviously, it went really well. I made some amazing friends. Obviously, Eunice and Dan have been, you know, they have been some of the best guys you could ever meet. And I know Dan doesn't appear as often anymore. That's because, you know, he's said on his channel why, and I'll leave a link to that. But also, in case you haven't seen it, you know, he sort of explains that he, you know, he wants to focus on his university, and he wants to do that, and he can get that right, which is fair enough. I mean, you can't fault him for that. And then Eunice obviously disappeared when he went for a bit. There was some family stuff, and then everything from that family is more important than YouTube. Let's be honest. And I disappeared for exams, and then you know, we had someone else running it for a little while, and we have to obviously thank him for that. He did a job, and you know, it's a very tough thing to do, and we can only thank Max for that. But you know, it's been, last season especially was quite tough for all of us involved, and you know, it spiraled. It was amazing. We obviously had that coach thing where I started flapping like a bird after Arsenal. Fuck knows why I did that, but you know what, I did it anyway. And you know, we had that, and then we had a couple of other viral videos as well. But you know, the time where this has never meant more to me was when I had that rant. That rant, in hindsight, I mean, there was a lot of emotions flowing out at the time, and if I'm honest, that was a few weeks worth built up of anger. A lot of people in my life, you know, stuff hadn't been going so well at school, or you know, I'd fall out with friends, or you know, the school workload was getting tough, and you know, it was balancing my life, and I wasn't doing it, and it was a build up, and never have I seen a community come closer together to me, behind Dan and Eunice and all of you guys and the people who watched it. I've never seen such a group, I don't know, a group love, I guess it would be, a group loving, and I've never seen everyone just come together as much as they did then, and I can only say thank you for that. I mean, 'cause I haven't really spoken about it, and you know, when obviously there was stuff that needed to be said, but at the time it was also a lot of pent up anger, and it's not who I am, and if you watch it, you know what I'm like, really. And you know, that's when we gained more subscribers, and that's when more people started to watch us, and then we kind of, after December, January, it's our fault, we let go for a little bit. We had exams, we had issues, and we had stuff that we needed to sort out behind the scenes, and we didn't really explain why. And I don't think that's fair. I think you guys should deserve to know all of those reasons and what's important. You know, all of that is something which needed to be explained. You know, we had exams, we had a lot of personal shit around then, and we didn't inform you well enough. And then obviously in August, or no, June, it was June, we kind of came back to life, I guess. And you know, you guys have been an amazing outlet for support. And obviously, it was at that point that, you know, Eunice and Dan had gone, and you know, it was me. I was on my own. And you know, you guys were a fantastic outlet for support. You helped me out massively. There was times where I was really struggling. I didn't really know what I was doing, and you guys definitely said, you know, maybe try this, do that, and it helped me. And you've helped me progress a lot as a person, as well as a YouTuber, and you know, and the overall and overwhelming feeling of community that I feel I get from this is amazing. I mean, for me, 100% Chelsea. It is my life. Like, it's obviously, I have university and I've got all the stuff outside, but I love this more than anything in the world. This is as well as Eunice's baby, and Sammy's and Lawrence's and Dan's and Max's and Tony when they're about there. This is my baby as well, and you know, this is something which we've worked so hard on. And thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers. It means so much to realise that I don't know, like, people watch our content, but also I've had people reach out to me and say, you know, I've helped them through stuff. I've spoken to them, and you know, they've listened, watched the content. It's made them feel better as well. You know, there's people there's a guy who I spoke to who was suffering depression, and you know, just sitting and talking to him, finding that connection through Chelsea and all of that, just sitting and helping him, it meant a lot to him as much as it meant to me to sort of find that connection with a person who, you know, not only did they watch the content, but it helped them get through a really tough period in their life. And I know that's not what the main aim would be, I guess, if you put it down on paper, where you were talking about a channel which is, you know, to give news about Chelsea and all that, but for him to have that and that as an outlet, and it helped him through something, then that means a lot. And you know, 20,000 subscribers is, I keep saying, it's a huge milestone, and thank you so much for helping us get to it. But obviously as well, June, July, August, if you'd watched us last season, so when we were, you know, putting up a lot more content, because there's a lot more stuff to talk about, and there was lots of stuff, you would have also seen, or the season we won the league, you would have seen a channel called Fans of Chelsea. Now, I know what you're thinking about the channel. If you saw it, you'd know who was in front and behind that camera a lot of the time. And that man is one of my best friends, and he came along and he's helped this channel grow. He's done anything in his power. You know, Sammy has been a huge influence on the channel over the past 6 months since he's arrived, and you know what, he deserves as much credit as anybody. I mean, he's doing fan cams while I'm away, and I hope you guys have been watching that and supporting him. It's been fantastic to see him doing it, and obviously Lawrence as well, who from Austria is continuously posting content, and you know, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, you know, he's all over that as well. And Jeanne from university, when she did it as well, she was amazing. She helped out so much, and you know, all these people that have been involved in 100% Chelsea, Alex, and you know, all these other people over the past 18 months to 2 years, just thank you so much for helping this channel. It's been a tremendous experience, and you guys helped it grow, as well as the subscribers and people that are watching this now. You know, it's just working hard, you can achieve whatever you like, and this is what it's come to. And you know, it's a fantastic group channel, it's a fantastic community, and you know, I've bumped into a couple of you guys out here in Australia, and it's been amazing. If you are out in Melbourne, or I'm going to Sydney on from the 2nd to 7th of January, please, you know, just get in contact, just message me up. How can you message me? Find a way, put it down in the comments and I'll get back to you. But you put your Twitter and stuff, and I'll talk to you, and it'd be nice to meet up with you guys while I'm out here as well. But 20,000, Jesus, thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers, and you know, thanks from everybody here, Sammy, from Lawrence, Eunice, from Stevie, our thumbnail guy. Big shout out to him. He works so hard. He puts a lot of effort into those thumbnails as well. So thank you, Stevie, for doing that as well. But obviously, thanks from everyone who's always been involved at 100% Chelsea, from Dan, Max, Tony, Eunice, me, Rowan, our old cameraman, Sammy, Lawrence, Stevie. You know, there's been a lot of people involved in this, and while it's been growing. So it means a lot to us, and it means a lot to me as well, that you guys continue to watch the content. So subscribe to 100% Chelsea if you haven't already. All social media links are down in the description for Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.